project, when I share the ideas, everybody was like, "Go, John! Go, John! Go, John! Go, John!" So I would tell everybody, these are the obstacles, these are the limitations. Will you be okay? Say yes, yes, it's a good idea. Go, John! Go, John! Go, John! But when I reached the point where I said, "Yeah, we're getting ready to go and implement. We got the money, we got everything ready to implement," something happened. Something happened, and that project still was done, but was not done by me, but was done by somebody else. So after that, I said, get back, people get back your money. It was okay. It was a first try. I will try another time and I'll make sure those things don't happen again. Then I start a second one. Then same thing, I tell people, this is my next second try. This is a new idea. So would you support this second idea? People say, yes, let's go. I hit the ball again. Go, John, go, John, go, John. And again, when I think it was a Saturday. It was a Saturday. We went to pick up the check. Everything seemed to be cool. Everything was nice. On the Psalms that night, I was too excited. I said, I'm going to do it this time. And when I get home, I start sending messages. I said, I still my people back home. You know what? I am ready now. This is not like last time. I am ready. We have everything. And I'm coming in 2 months, the latest. Can you let me know how many more children are in need so that I can see that in addition to building this bathroom, I can buy a few stuff, bring with more stuff to give to the children. And early Sunday morning, as soon as I wake up, usually my country is 6 hours ahead. So they will wake up. By the time I wake up in the morning, they will be already in the afternoon. I see a message that tells me, oh, you know what? World Vision was interested in this project. You still, do you think you can do something else so that World Vision does this project? I was like, hey, this is how many years? And then we had a few back and forth, and then again, my board again said, oh, you know what? Scratch it. I'm like, I just got the check last week. You see me scratch it? Yeah, scratch it, because if they don't need help, they don't need help. But the point is that desperate people, poor people, they're always desperate to the point that when you tell them today that you have an idea that you may do something, they trust it, they take it as serious. The point is that I know that was in November last year. Today we are in June. I know nothing was done. But when I went home that day after the second try, I look at myself in the mirror and I remember that girl, and I ask myself again, are you a dumb? I'm like, oh, we'll try it again. So I gave up. I decided to give up. I sent email to everybody, no more project. Nothing can be done. But one of the Rotarian sponsor who had sponsored the first 2 projects, it was like, as I think about, I'm a dumb, I don't want to do it again. I saw his email. He was like, John, I saw how hard you have worked. I know you have tried hard, and I don't think that you can just give up everything. Just come back with any new brilliant project idea, I sponsor you. Do you mean then that I'm not dumb? It was like, yes, let's find out that new idea. I know there is so much need where you come from. You have presented, you know the school you have presented, and nothing has been done so far except the water that was installed. He said, there is so much things you can do, but don't just give up. Come up with a new idea. I guarantee I sponsor it. Even if no other club will sponsor it, I sponsor it 100%. Then that is when I said, okay, so actually I was not, maybe I was not down. Let me try it again. So that is when we started we started brainstorming, looking around to see, so what would be the best idea we can do this time? So I used to want to provide benches for kids to have where to sit because kids still sit on the ground. Some of them still sit on the ground. I thought about providing books. So we had a list of many things. Then came up a new idea about Rachel. Actually, he came up with the idea. I didn't have a clue how it works. It was like, you know what? There was this project that has been done by Rotary. It is about Rachel, and he sent me a few emails. He said, read through them, see if you like the idea. I was like, oh my God. I've been doing all these things. There was another more important and easy to do project that I did not think about. Then he was like, if you like it, let's go for it. And so what I'm going to present to you, it is the idea we came up with, but it is not that we started it. It has been there in Guatemala for so many years, I think since 2014, more than 10 years. When I look at the context of our country, developing countries, and analyze what potential this tool can have, I said, this will really have great impact. And this is what I decided. You know what? I've not done this before. Let's meet with a few people who know and read and understand how it works. So I booked a couple of meetings with the people who I realized have been working on those projects. We had a few meetings. They were like, yes, it is doable. You just need to be dedicated and make sure you follow up. And next point, I said, I'm going to buy the tool. I will test it before I make any decision. And this is what I saw. You see, I have two computers here and I have the tool itself. Bought all these, I put it in my room, test as a teacher, test as a student, I test as a coach. I make sure it works before I do anything else. Thankfully, it has worked. I have seen that it works. I have assessed how much this can change lives. I think while I love the previous two projects that I wanted to try, I think this is the most brilliant idea. The only favor I will ask you, please don't publish before I get it on the ground. I don't want to jinx it again before I really have it on the ground, I have it done, because planning is one thing, having things going is one thing, and getting it on the ground is another thing. We have already started the process. Thank you for your donation. And I'm very thankful to this club and this board. And even though I had to take a vacation day to come here and say I'm going to come, because I have no better friend in this place than the Picton Club. Thank you so much for your help. So at this point, I think before I talk too much again, I'm going to just to give you an idea how this works, for you to know that you are not investing something that don't make sense. I'm going to show you how it works. And then after, you may have questions, and then I may provide an update of where we are with the planning. Is that good for you to? I apologize with those who are online, because we will not be able to connect the system, connect to a system of Wi-Fi. And when you connect on that Wi-Fi, you cannot have on two internet. So we're not able to connect online and connect to that system at the same time. So I will apologize to those who are online. But any information I could share, any question you may have about the system, how it works, I am happy to share, and I am happy to reply to any email. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Any questions from anyone? For JC? Any? I'll give you the microphone here. JC, you're going to explain how the racial system works for
Yes.
those of us who are
Yes,
familiar
yes.
with that.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. What I wanted to move on is to explain how the racial system works. As I mentioned, it's a tool. It's like a central server. This central server, it hold information. What happened is the people who design it, they're called world possible. They find something where they can store books, lessons, all kind of learning materials that can be stored on a computer. So they store on this central server. Now, the type of content that they will put. I guess everyone has done an online courses. Those online courses, some universities have created courses that are completely online. Aga Khan Foundation has created a lot of learning material for all the level of education, from math, science, language classes. So they load all the language classes on this device. Those classes, you usually find them on internet. When you want to take an online class, you go on the internet, you start 10 classes, you will follow, you create your account and follow and continue until you finish the class. And those are paid classes, but there are some who have created those classes for charitable purposes. And these are one of them. As a matter of fact, this was designed in English, but by now they are already French, Spanish, and other language that you can have it. When I order this one, as soon as they say I'm going to send it to Burundi, they check, they say Burundi speak French, they put in French. So you may see some French when you log in. Now, when you have this tool, teachers can bring it in the classroom. The kids will be given laptop or any computer, even phones. They can log in and access the material. And the teacher can control what kids can have access to. So there are thousands of material. This is almost a terabyte of content. There are so many that you would navigate and get tired. I guess teachers will just need to know which is the most important or which is more practical for them, and they use that for the learning. Teacher can control what access to. Teacher can create classes, can plan classes, and have the children create the account in this one so that children will have access to the material that teacher made available. Teacher can also serve them, can plan and create quizzes and do those quizzes and tell the children, log in with your name only. You can decide to have a name without password, or can decide to have password. But I'm learning that I don't want to have password again because I keep forgetting my password. And then children can have access to these materials. And beyond that, you can also adapt. Give an example, in my country, primary school, kids would not know English yet, not even French yet, because they speak the local language. You can even create your own classes, have them load into this so that the kid access exactly what you need. So this is used as a teaching tool, is used as a server to store content, and it can also be seen as a digital library. When I did assessment on that school some years ago, which is still the reality, you will find that there is, let's say, one English book for 10 or 20 students, which is not practical. We cannot be seated here. All of us have only two books and say we are learning English. Doesn't make sense. Well, there's a funny thing that somebody told me they are studying computers and they asked them, do you have a computer? No, I don't have. So how do you study computer? Yeah, so this is how the system works. If you don't mind, I know you will have many questions. I brought this computer so that we can test it together. you can get into it together. As I mentioned, these are created for remote places where there is no internet at all. And one element I wanted to mention, when the idea came first, yes, we can take laptop there. Can serve as its own Wi-Fi, but there's no electricity either. Then we had to come up with the idea of purchasing a solar system. So, like the package that I already sent, we sent a solar system, batteries and panels, which actually is the most expensive of the entire project. And then we sent laptops of this kind. These are Chromebooks, which are very affordable. So we send Chromebooks like this. And then when I get there, the job will be train the teachers, train the children, and deploy this equipment. Then have follow-up visit. If you don't mind, then you might be on your phone, or you may grab one of these laptops if you want to try. And when you check, usually when you check what Wi-Fi is available, you will see two Wi-Fi called Rachel. You will see Rachel slow and just Rachel. Please click on that Rachel, because Rachel slow is actually slow. There is a slow option and a fast option, because when you want to save energy and things. And again, it is plugged in right now, but I can unplug it, because it can last for 4 hours without being connected to any energy. So those solar batteries that I sent, they will be just to recharge them after they get used for those hours, and then have them available. Gratefully, even the laptop, I realized it can be 4 hours. So that is the idea. I know there is so many details to it, but I will allow you to ask questions. And what I want to say really, I will say something I'm very convinced. This tool, this system will transform what we have as rural education in our countries. Completely transform. Because they have always been a reason. When you say you want to bring a computer to the rural place, they will tell you, what do they do with it? They don't have access to internet. And all the knowledge on the internet, you search Google, is internet, everything else in the internet. But when you take the internet and you put it here, and you give them access to the computer, and you give them the power to charge the computers, I think it is a good beginning. What is left now is manage them, train them, and ensure that they are properly used. I think I have talked too much, but yes.
Are there any questions?
Yeah, I've got a question over here.
Thanks for the presentation. Let's go on to now.
Great, thank you, John. Comes up as Rachel Slow. Just in the internet world, is there thought of changing that to Rachel Fast?
Could you?
My apologies.
Yeah, thank you for your presentation. Very informative. Who developed and manufactures Rachel?
It is a non-profit called World Possible. Yeah, actually, it is written on the. If you look at the device, it is written. It is branded there. It's called World Possible.
Good, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how, if the server gets updated regularly,
Yes.
and how does it get updated?
Thank you. That is a very good question, and that was one of my questions. Yes. So this server, it get updated regularly, and unfortunately, you cannot update it remotely because there will be no connection to the worldwide internet. So anytime, so when we start using it on a regular basis, maybe every 3 months, somebody will come and pick it up, go to the city where there is internet and plug it on the internet and update it. So that is the main way to update it. But again, that will be, let's give an example. One of the learning program, the owner of the program, let's say Aga Khan has updated their math classes to something new, which is not very frequent. That is where you go and upload the new version of the new classes. But without being on internet, you can continue to use that version that exists until it get updated. So to get new classes, if for those who update them on a regular basis, you go to the city, you plug in on a regular internet, and it will get updated. Okay, that is on the updating the existing class. For if we create our own classes, given our own classes in our own language, in this case, we will create them in an HTML format